Good evening. Welcome out to LaGrange. It's Keystone High School. It's the site for tonight's Division V District Semifinal right here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Again, good evening, everybody. I'm Rock Hanushi. To my left is the color commentator and on-site engineer. It's Jared Kozar, and cameraman extraordinaire making another visit out here to Keystone High School. It is the one, the only Nick Hershey in the house with you guys as well, and we are thrilled you could be a part of this Division V District Semifinal, as it is the Keystone Wildcats playing host to the Norwayne Bobcats out of Creston. Keystone, the 3 seed. Norwayne, they are the 11 seed. Before we go any farther here in our North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco pregame show, should tell you guys that tonight's game between Keystone and Norwayne is brought to you by our lovely sponsors. They are Nick Abraham Elyria Ford and Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria, Lorain County Community College, Real Education for Good Jobs, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner, your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Martin Roads, Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station, Smitty's Place on East Bridge Street, right across from the Elyria Post Office, and of course our friends over at Eco Tree Services. They are your complete tree care company. So Jared, a fantastic matchup we have on site here tonight at Keystone. Jeff Holzhauer and his Wildcats, what a season it's been for them. 13-1 they went in conference play, 18-5 overall. They tied Brookside with Cardinal head basketball coach Larry Babix in the house here tonight. He's actually talking with Jeff down here to our left. So this is a Keystone team with very, very high aspirations, and if you're going to draw Norwayne in the tournament, I don't think there's a better year to do it than right now, and that's not to discredit their head coach Brian West and his ball club. They've just been decimated by injuries, and we'll get more to that here a little later, but he told me on the phone earlier this week, straight up, kind of a down year for them, so a golden opportunity here tonight for Keystone to advance to a district title game, but you got to take care of business.
And for years, the Lorain County League has always talked about their matchups, or lack thereof, with teams from Wayne County, and Norwayne certainly fits that bill, as you said, just normally a very, very potent and tough team, a little bit down this year. But I'll tell you what, that's a who's who acumen right there of athletics. You got Larry Babix, you got Coach West with Norwayne. Overall, between those three guys, Holzhauer, Mike Walsh over there,
Yeah.
Greg Morgan, former Keystone basketball head coach for a number of years.
A lot of wins over
there.
there.
A lot of wins, and probably close to 100 years of coaching. We'll even throw Todd Hopke in there.
Todd.
He's down there as well, and he's never won anything except a couple of baseball games, but he's down there too, and he's doing well. But yeah, it's a good atmosphere, and like you said, golden opportunity, I think, describes the situation exactly how you'd like it to be, because Keystone has aspirations to move along in this postseason.
No question about that. So why don't we go ahead, step aside, take our first time out. Lots of sponsors, lots of spots, lots of thank yous to get in throughout the course of tonight's broadcast. But again, this is the North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco pregame show. Stop by this Lenten season for the best Friday fish fry around. As I said, we'll step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at our players to watch. We'll get you those starting lineups, and we'll inch you closer to tip-off here tonight. Again, in LaGrange, it's Keystone and Norwayne in a Division V District Semifinal. We're back with more after this.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, hearty trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there.
Back here in LaGrange, it's Keystone and Norwayne battling for a spot in the Division V District Final, which would be on Saturday, 3:30 at Akron Firestone. They are awaiting the winner of either the 13th seed Canfield South Range or second seeded Chagrin Falls, who has had just a monster season, have the Tigers of Chagrin Falls. So no matter who advances here tonight, tough sledding ahead, in all likelihood facing second-seeded Chagrin Falls, but it is tournament basketball. You never know when the upsets might happen. That's what Norwayne is gunning for here tonight, and again, very high aspirations for Jeff Holzhauer and his Keystone Wildcats. I want to talk about Coach Holzhauer here quickly if we can, Jared. You know, his 14th season at the helm. Earlier this week, he was named the Northeast Lakes District Co-Coach of the Year alongside Larry Babbix, who again is in the house. He's the head coach of the Brookside Cardinals. Jeff, though, also getting sole possession of the Lorain County Division V through Division VII Coach of the Year honors, as he's got a couple of co-MVPs here in Lorain County as well for Division V through VII, with Liam Gorin and Colt Cowling. Obviously having talent helps as a head coach, but this is a guy, Jared, and you know better than I, he does a heck of a job here with this Keystone basketball program. Even when he hasn't had a lot to work with, he has a knack for getting the most out of his guys, and this is a roster that they give him plenty to work with, certainly.
Yeah, he can do it. He can fabricate different things and options when they don't have the scoring. As we've talked about it with him throughout the season, he was used to, in a lot of situations, maybe being a little bit short-handed in terms of ability, and guys that just couldn't really fill it up, or maybe one or two guys, and he had to really play a physical brand of basketball, tough. Let's spread them out. Let's get back into those basics. It's a lot of fun for him right now with guys that can, again, spread it out and make them and shoot and really knock down shots from anywhere on the floor, and it happens in bunches.
Yeah, it certainly does. Is Gorin and Cowling both in that 20-point per game mark, and we'll get to more on them here shortly. As we get set for the anthem, we'll step aside, take another quick timeout. We're back with more of the North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco pregame show after this.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week, and good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Lorain Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Back here on the North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco pregame show, let's bring you the starting lineups for both sides. We will start first for the visiting Norwayne Bobcats. Again, they're led by 19th-year head coach Brian West, who hit the 300 career win mark earlier this season. So congratulations to Coach West on hitting that feat. The Bobcats bowed out in the regional semis last season, and their starting five will look like this. I forgot to turn the lights out on us, so I'll have to bust out the cell phone light here. As their starting five again will look like this. It'll be junior guard at number 1, Jackson Gosser, their leading scorer at 12.9 points per game. It looks like Gasser on your screen. Thank you, Hirsch. I appreciate that. I'll rely on you over here. Thank you for the flashlight, my friend. So Gosser, a junior guard, number 1, their leading scorer. A senior guard wearing number 2, that's Ryder Ingold, just over 1.5 points per game. Matthew Troop, he's a senior forward wearing number 4 at 3.8 points per game. A freshman in the starting five for Coach West. That is Cole Gosser. He is the younger brother of Jackson. He wears number 5 at 9 points per game. And their cousin, Austin Gosser, he rounds out the starting five. He is a senior guard wearing number 11, just over 8.5 points per game. For Coach Jeff Holzhauer's Keystone Wildcats, again, they were tied for first in the Lorain County League this season. Their starting five looks like this. It is the usual suspects. Junior guard number 1, Liam Gorin, their second leading scorer, right at 20 points per game. Ty Holzhauer, the son of head coach Jeff Holzhauer, he's a sophomore guard wearing number 2 at 9 points per game. Emery Fedor, he's a senior forward, the lone senior on this roster at 5.5 points per game. He wears number 22. A couple of sophomores here. First, Bobby Gurich, a guard. He wears number 23 at 4 points per game. And the leading scorer for the Wildcats, that sophomore forward, Colt Cowling, he wears number 45. He is at 23 points per game. So there's the starting lineups for each side. Thank you, Nick Hershey. I appreciate the help there with the flashlight. As now we'll take a look at our players to watch for each side. We'll start first for Norwayne, and that is junior number 1, Jackson Gosser, at 12 points per game. A 37% three-point shooter. He's made 42 of those from beyond the arc this season. Right over 3.5 rebounds per game, right around 3 assists per game. He can certainly do a lot for Coach West Bobcats and for Keystone. My player to watch for them, it's the 1,000-point scorer himself, junior Liam Gorin. Again, hitting that 1,000-point mark back in December, right around 20 points per game, 36% three-point shooter. He's made 63 of those this season, Jared. We know he can fill it up from the outside.
Certainly can. It's in the blood, and he's here to play for that today. As in tournament basketball, as Emery Fedor steps in the circle for the Cats here on their home turf here tonight, in what will be the last home game for the Wildcats this season. Big student section on hand, big crowd on hand. We're in for a good one.
They were a little delayed getting the lights on. I still don't know now they are getting them all back on. There we go. Jeff Holzhauer, Keystone head coach, was asking about that, I think. They're saying, hey, wait a minute, we need some lights here. I know we're excited with the intros and everything, but right off the bat, a turnover for Norwayne after they controlled the tip, and we're underway here in Division V District Semifinal basketball. Colt Cowling looking to get himself going early. That turnaround jumper off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Norwayne. Again, you got 3 Gossers in there. Jackson and Cole, the brothers, cousin Austin, Ryder Ingold, Matthew Troop in there as well. Again, it's Gorin, Holzhauer, Fedor, Gurich, and Cowling, the 5 for Keystone. As there's a bucket to start the night for Norwayne. That's Cole Gosser taking it to the rack for 2. Bobcats up early 2-0.
So this should be a pretty easy one for you with all the Gosser out there, and you're going to have a pretty good chance of hitting a nail on the head once you say that name.
Well, again, I'm glad I talked with head coach Brian West on the phone earlier this week, because it's spelled Gasser, at least when you look at it. And so I would have had several incorrect pronunciations here this evening, but Coach West was superb with our phone call this week. 3 ball on the way again. That was Gorin who tried his luck from that far corner. No good. One and done that trip down for Keystone. Is a near steal for Ty Holzhauer jumping into the passing lane. Couldn't quite get there though, so the Bobcats will maintain possession. Norwayne got here by knocking off Warren Champion in the sectional round 95-35, so a prolific offensive performance for Norwayne in that one. Keystone got here by way of a win over Youngstown Liberty 68-24. Again, big thanks to our pregame show sponsor, North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. Always a great time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Here's Cole Gosser on the baseline. Nice shovel pass inside to his teammate Jackson Gosser, who kisses it off the glass for 2 more. So that Gosser to Gosser connection, you're right, Jared. I have a feeling we'll be saying that often here this evening.
The lighting fixtures finally up to full strength, I believe.
Took a while.
It did.
That is Bobby Gurich inside. 2 points for the sophomore, and the Wildcats are on the board. Ty Holzhauer intercepts that pass. Keystone looking to tie this ball game up or maybe take the lead this trip down. Holzhauer, boy, he's a great 3-point shooter. Shocked he didn't launch that one. Maybe passed up a good look for a great one to Gorin, who missed it, but Cowling able to follow that one up on the second chance bucket, and we're knotted at 4. Colt Cowling, their leading scorer at 23 points per game. He's a sophomore. Boy, having him and Liam Gorin out there on the floor has been a blessing for head coach Jeff Holzhauer. Again, we said it in the pregame show, he can make a lot out of a little, but he has a lot to work with on this roster. He had a lot last year, too. I'll tell you what, as they got upset by Trinity right here at Keystone way earlier in the tournament than I think they wanted, as Ryder Ingold travels and turns it over for Norwayne. Probably a good growing experience for these young Wildcats, though, Jared. Kind of taking one on the chin last season in the postseason environment. I think that's a lesson that these guys can carry with them into this tournament, saying, hey, we can't take anybody lightly, but we got to take care of business.
Well, with Gorin and again, with Cowling being your young guys, and just for them to have nothing but success and then run into a tough way to go in the tournament, it is a build.
As inside here is Gurich, finds Holzhauer now. Holzhauer to Fedor on the baseline. That shot was contested, but a foul, as Emery Fedor will be going to the line here as that foul goes on Austin Gosser. That'll be his first personal, first team foul. Let me ditch the headset here for a second. Hirsch, what were you trying to tell me? I'm sorry. Fedor's first free throw is good. Hirsch was telling me we got a substitution here for Keystone, and we do. That's Brendan Hagerman checking in for the first time. Kind of joking with Coach Holzhauer before the game. I said, is it Brendan Hagerman? Brendan Hagerman? He said Hagerman, but if you say Hagerman, that's okay. You can call him whatever. Just don't call him late for dinner, as Fedor missing both free throws there, and then a hook and hold will go against Norwayne, much to the chagrin of the Bobcat faithful. And who was that on? Matthew Troop picks it up. So Troop with the personal, his first, team second. Keystone will get another crack at it here this trip. Cowling, another turnaround jumper, no good, as he struggled from the mid-range here early. Norwayne clears the defensive glass. Gosser ran into some trouble, kicks it to Ryder Ingold. He'll swing it back up top, around the horn it goes. Open three is cash for Cole Gosser. So the freshman Cole Gosser, 5 early points for him. It's a 7-4 Bobcat lead over Keystone. And what do we got here? Big contact as Gorin went charging into Ingold, and they'll say Ingold was not set. He'll pick up another personal, or his first personal rather, but it's another team foul on the Bobcats. Already, Jared, their third.
And I think that the collision there, the Norwayne fans and certainly the coaching staff thought that it might have been because Gorin just bulldozed over. That is not what happened. That was a spin move. They called the block. Could have gone either way there, I don't know, but either way for Keystone right now, they're going to get the ball in their own end, and they're going to be able to set up shop.
Keystone trails 7-4. Gorin looking for Cowling inside. He'll step back beyond the arc for three, and he gets fouled on the jump shot, as I think that's going to be Austin Gosser who picks it up. It is, so a double whammy there as Gosser picks up his second personal, and then you're sending Colt Cowling to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, that one contact to the chin, and I don't think he had to sell it very much.
Bryce Bazanson over at the scores table here for Norwayne. I would assume he'll check in for Austin. Keystone with a substitution coming up here, as well as Cowling makes good on that first free throw. 7-5 now our score. And Norwayne, the 11 seed. They went 14-9 this season, 11-3 in conference play. They finished second in the Wayne County Conference.
The tough and tumble Wayne County Conference.
Well, they had won it 2 years straight, and Coach West adamant on the phone, hey, if we were healthy this season, if we kind of had our full arsenal about us, there's a good chance that we would have won that for a third straight season. Not only did they win it 2 straight years, Jared, they went undefeated 2 years in a row in conference play as Cowling makes all 3 free throws. That's pretty darn incredible. I don't care what league you play in.
And they've always been impressive. We may actually try to effort Larry Babbicks up here in the half just to talk about how this has worked over the years, because he's got a lot of respect for these guys.
I'm sure he does. Again, there's a lot of coaching prestigeness here in the house in LaGrange tonight as Norwayne goes back to work here on the offensive end. 4:15 and counting left to play here in this first quarter. And the winner on to Saturday's district final at Akron Firestone, taking on the winner of South Range in Chagrin Falls. 3-ball up and off the front of the iron. No good for Jackson Gosser, as he's still been stuck at those 2 points halfway here through this first quarter. Keystone looking to push now on transition. Cowling wide open 3. That's a great look for him, but he missed it long and strong. No good. Offensive rebound, though, here for the Cats. Gorin with it now. He'll try his luck from the mid-range. That one no good, as Norwayne comes away with the defensive rebound. Loose ball now. A couple of guys fighting for it. as Gosser hit the deck for it and able to maintain possession. Swings it over now to Ryder in gold. Cowling and Gorin just not able to find that mid-range stroke here early. Gosser with it. Swings it right side now to Bryce Bazanson, the sophomore, off the bench, seeing his first action here tonight. He finds himself open from about 16 feet. Countered and the foul as Ty Holzhauer got him on the way up. So these officials, they have their eyes on fouling the jump shooter here tonight. Cowling had 3 free ones. And now it'll be Norwayne with the chance to convert one more at the charity stripe as Bazanson connected on that mid-range jumper. Ty Holzhauer will take a seat. Emery Fedor checks back in here for the Cats.
We're not familiar with anyone on this crew, at least to the naked eye, but yeah, like you said, they're pretty spot on in terms of how they're going to call it, and I think that, you know, that foul there would illustrate that they mean it.
So Norwayne with a 2-point lead and missed free throw. They got the rebound though, and now Keystone clears the defensive glass after that missed jump shot. Wildcats with numbers in transition now. Gorin thought about that 3-ball, instead kicks it inside to Fedor. He got stuck and then lost the basketball. Numbers here for Bazanson the other way. Bazanson, nice little step through move is good. And it's 11-7 Keystone. Now a steal on the inbound. Norwayne's defense giving Keystone all kinds of fits here early. Gosser up and in, counted and the foul. Jackson Gosser. Nice move inside as Bobby Gurridge picks up a personal, and it'll be a timeout here for Keystone. They need a 30. We'll step aside and take one as well. 2:53 left to play here in this first quarter. It's Norwayne 13, Keystone 7. We're right back after this timeout.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
13-7 our score. 2:53 left to play here in this first quarter. Jackson Gosser with the free throw coming after the timeout as Bobby Gurridge picked up his first personal 13 foul on Keystone. As a little bit of defensive intensity and pressure has really worked in Norwayne's favor to start this ball game, Jared.
Well, yeah, and especially when you think about how tough it is to play with those 4 fouls they picked up that quickly. Even if you're playing the passing lane, you're worried about a bump, some sort of miscommunication, anything that could stack you up and put you in that penalty.
So Gosser missing that free throw. Keystone's deficit remains 6 as Cowling was sent away. Jackson Gosser was having none of it. Coming the other way, Cole Gosser inside. Boy, he took it right into the teeth of that Keystone defense and still found a way to lay it up and in. And it's all Norwayne right now, 15-7. They have jumped on Keystone here on the road, and that should be Norwayne basketball, and it is. Boy, just an errant pass right there from Brendan Hagerman looking for Colt Cowling, and Cowling the last to touch it. Bobcat basketball.
3 out of 4 last Wildcat possessions have ended in turnovers. That's not what you come up with here for Jeff Holzhauer, especially out of that timeout.
This has been a great start for Norwayne. I don't think head coach Brian West for the Bobcats could have drawn up this start any better, aside from those 4 fouls, but his guys have come to play, and now a block will go against Keystone, and is that Cowling or Gorin? They were both in the area, and it's going to be Colt Cowling who picks it up, and that'll be his first.
And
fourth
it's even
team
up,
foul.
yeah, 4-piece as far as the team foul. So these guys are not letting much go here tonight.
No, they're not. So both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of this first quarter if there's any more fouling. Cole Gosser with the basketball. Still getting my bearings about me with Cole Gosser, Jackson Gosser, and Austin Gosser all out there. Again, Jackson and Cole are the brothers. Austin is the cousin. Jackson the eldest of those. Or, I'm sorry, Austin's the eldest, the cousin. Jackson the older brother of younger brother Cole.
This is a riddle.
Yeah, Jackson Gosser with it inside. I'm not the Riddler, though. As Cole now has it, one-on-one with Liam Gorin. He'll hand it off now to Jackson, and he stepped out of bounds. Turnover, give it to Keystone.
Wildcats need to come away with points here. They've been stuck on 7 for a while.
I agree. They just look disjointed offensively right now. It's just 2 field goals. Colt Cowling has a jumper. Bobby Gurridge with a layup inside. And then the 3 free throws for Cowling. That's been it.
Well, I think a lot of times they expect and anticipate Emery Fedor is going to be able to, solidify their inside presence. That hasn't happened yet so far either.
No, not at all. And now here's a chance for Fedor to get himself going as he rises and thunders it down. Emery Fedor elevating to the rack. 2 points for the Wildcats. They're back within 6.
He heard me.
Well, and especially on a night where Brendan Hall Norwayne's 6'5" big man. He's out for the season. He broke his foot a couple of weeks ago, so he's done for the rest of the season. That could have been an over and back. You're right, Jared. But you definitely have the size advantage, I think, tonight if you're Keystone. So you got to take advantage on the glass, I think, when you have those chances to do so. But, again, we saw last night at Avon, Jared, the Eagles had the size advantage over North Ridgeville. Rangers kind of won that interior battle early, but eventually that one swung back in favor of Avon. Keystone faithful hoping for similar fortune their way here tonight. Couple of chances here for Norway, and that last 3-ball from Cole Gosser won't go down. Keystone looking to push in transition now. Gorin the baseline drive. He'll float and hang for 2. So Liam Gorin gets his first field goal to drop right there. Wildcats back within 4. It's a 15-11 Norwayne lead. 32 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. They'll swing it left side now. Bryce Bazanson with the basketball. Hands it off now to Jackson Gosser. Now Ryder Ingold comes up to grab it. And it's Brendan Hagerman on him. Down to 15 seconds. Norwayne, in all likelihood, looking for the final shot here. Well, we thought North Ridgeville might do that at one point last night. They ended up chucking up a 3 with about 10 seconds left, but Norwayne not doing that here. Ingold looking for a cutter. He finds one. That's Matthew Troop. Troop inside, lost it off his knee, out of bounds, right back to Keystone.
Not a whole lot of time left in terms of what the Wildcats can do with 2.2 left, but just the fact that their defensive effort is stiffened up a bit in this past minute and a half.
So Gurich will trigger the inbound here. Again, like you said, Jared, just 2.2 on the clock. They'll get it into Cowling. Cowling, he'll rise from half court. That's not a bad look for him. And he drew some net there, left it short of the iron. But that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So a nice start for Norwayne. Keystone creeped back into things a little bit to close out that first quarter, but work to do for the Wildcats here at home. They trail Norwayne 15-11. We're right back with second quarter action after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Back here in LaGrange, Keystone trailing Norwayne 15-11 as we get set for second quarter action. Cole Gosser, 7 points in that first quarter. Colt Cowling leading the way for Keystone. He's got 5. Keystone found some offense a little bit, but still struggling. Jared, what's up?
LaGrange, opportunity away, where disbelief does not exist. And the Wildcats looking to change those fortunes of the first quarter here as they move on into the second quarter of play.
I like that. Well, we did have a score update at one point for Elyria Catholic. They're in a regional semifinal down in Canton taking on Laurel. They were down, 15 at the half, I think you had shown me, 31-16.
31-16 at the intermission. That one's probably coming down to about right now as a final. We'll get you that as soon as we're able to. Actually, David Richard, thanks to him, pitches us the final, 52-30. Laurel knocks off EC. Hats off to Eric Roth there in the EC Lady Panthers on another fine season.
Yeah, that was their first regional appearance since 2020, so a nice season for Coach Roth, Gary's girls, no question about that. As here's an open 3 for Hagerman. That one's no good. He got a second chance off that Colt Cowling miss, and look at the effort here from Norwayne, and now a foul on Cowling. That's fantastic effort, Jared. I'll tell you what, from freshman guard Bradley Lands to save that ball from going out of bounds. He does so. And in doing so, it leads to Colt Cowling picking up his second personal. And that's big here early in the second quarter. And he's going to take a seat. Ty Holzhauer checks in for him.
Yeah, and initially I questioned the thought process of going after that one, just let it go out of bounds. But like you said, they were right there making a play on it. So hats off to him as just a freshman to have that wherewithal.
Well, Jeff was in Colt's ear a little bit there saying, hey, you got to be smarter. We cannot afford to lose you the rest of this first half. And I imagine he comes back in at some point here this second quarter, but he's really got to be careful as Hagerman comes away with that loose ball there. Turnover for Keystone. Wildcats a chance to bring this back to a one-possession game. Liam Gorin with the tie. Holzhauer, quick trigger. That one might have been, from our angle, looked like he would try to bank it in. He nearly went glass. Instead, missed it off the iron. Rebound to Norwayne. 1 minute into the second quarter. 4-point lead for the Bobcats over Keystone. 15-11 our score. Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show coming up. We'll have a conversation with Larry Babbitt's head coach of Brookside as here's an open layup on the other end for Bobby Gurich as he intercepted that pass found himself all alone on the other end for the easy deuce. Keystone back within 2, and it's Colt Cowling already back at that scores table. Boy, short rest for him.
We talk about Gorin, we talk about Cowling, and certainly Holzhauer, but Gurich is the guy that just does a lot of the other stuff that doesn't show up.
Agreed.
And right there was a terrific play.
Well, 43 points a game between Gorin and Cowling, but as Coach Holzhauer would be one of the first to tell you, those two guys can't just do it on their own. It takes an Emery Fedor and a Ty Holzhauer and a Bobby Gurich and a Brendan Hagerman and the whole bench bunch really to get things done on a night-to-night basis. Again, Cowling and Gorin, they'll do the heavy lifting more often than not, but basketball, as we know, it's not a 2-on-5 game. You need all 5 of your guys. As what do we got here? Is it going to be a block? No, an offensive foul call as Ty Holzhauer stepped in the way and drew the charge. Matthew Troop will pick up the personal. It'll be his second. And a nice job there by Ty Holzhauer to get his feet set and step in harm's way.
One of the slighter builds on the floor for either team. Yeah, and he took a lot of contact there. But you don't have a choice if your last name's Holzhauer in this building.
Yeah, they got him listed at 6'1", a $135, and boy, $135. I don't know if he quite gets there from our vantage point, Jared. But
I think the 6'1" part's real.
There you go. Gurich with it in the corner now. Back to Ty. Ty thought about launching for 3. Instead, kicks it to Gurich as he lost his footing. Gurich will try a little left-handed floater, and he got it. Bobby Gurich, a little pep in his step here to start this second quarter. All 4 for Keystone in this frame, and we're knotted up at 15, just like that. So an 8-0 run here for Keystone to climb back into this one. They trailed 15-7 at one point. But again, they have tied this ball game up with 5:20 and counting left to play here in this first half. Ingold, they'll swing it around now. Cole Gosser has it. Back up top to Ingold, waiting for a Jackson Gosser screen. Now he'll use it. Ingold got cut off, though. Good recovery there by Colt Cowling. Gosser has it again. He'll swing it up to Cole Gosser. Gurich up to greet him. Patient offensive possession here for Norwayne. I think they understand they need a good look here, and they'll get one. Jackson Gosser, beautiful curl cut there. As brother Cole was able to find him. Norwayne's first bucket of this second quarter. They're back up a deuce, 17-15. Gurich with it, charging inside. Got cut off, found Fedor. Now to Colt Cowling, who looks to drive baseline. He was cut off. Fedor got it. Right back to Cowling. Driving center of the lane. Nice spin move for Colt inside. Hanging, floating, no, but he's fouled. That's 2 free throws here for Colt Cowling, as Jackson Gosser may have caught the worst of that. He's checking the eyes there, but he picks up the personal, and that'll be his first. As Brendan Hagerman heads to the scorer's table to check in here for Keystone. But again, 2 free throws coming for Colt Cowling.
Trust and communication to your teammates. Cowling found Fedor because he was going to go out of bounds and said, here, take this, and I'm going to get back in play.
It's a nice 2-man game and good trust, like you said, Jared, between the teammates. As Cowling good on that first free throw. That says a lot about these Keystone Wildcats. Again, they'll look to score as well. Fedor and Gurich and Hagerman, they're not shy about taking shots. Ty Holzhauer especially lobbed into that. But I think ultimately at the end of the day, they know, hey, if we got a chance to find Gorin or Cowling, we're going to do that. And they did so there. 2 points for Cowling as he makes good on both free throws there. They're tied up once again at 17. Little 3-quarter court pressure here for Keystone, just trying to get Norwayne a little disjointed, and it's kind of working right now. Norwayne kind of unsure how to get this one across half court, and Brian West has to call a time. So Norwayne will ask for a timeout. It's a 30. We'll step aside for a quick breather ourselves. 4:23 left to play here in this first half. Keystone 17, Norwayne 17. We're back after this.
It's truck month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Back here at Keystone High School, excellent shot there of the Norwayne huddle by cameraman extraordinaire Nick Hershey, as Brian West had to signal that timeout. Keystone applying some 3-quarter court pressure for the first time here tonight. I think Jeff understands his guys, they maybe just haven't brought the defensive intensity to his liking, and this is a way to kind of bring that out of him, I think.
Yeah, I think the past couple of possessions, despite the Norwayne bucket earlier this quarter, I think he was pretty happy with everything that went on that possession, except for the last 2 seconds of it when the bucket went down. But he liked what they were doing, making those guys work the ball around the perimeter and really have to probe inside.
I think he maybe sees a chance for his guys to speed this ball game up a little bit and really get themselves going on the offensive end. But the last couple of trips and the way this one's developing, kind of that same fruit there, Jared. Norwayne's slowing it down a little bit right now, and I don't think that's something that Coach Holzhauer wanted to happen. Under 4 left to play here in the second quarter. Ingold with the basketball, swings it to Bryce Bezanson. Bryce West, the son of Coach Brian West, the sophomore, in for the first time as well. Bradley Lands in there as well with a couple of Gossers, and oh boy, loose ball out of bounds. That's last touched by Norwayne. It'll be Keystone basketball. That's good defense there in the half court by Keystone.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers here for Norwayne despite being tied up in this ballgame. We'll talk about it more during the halftime show presented by Mallard Creek, but some of those numbers are going to be pretty gaudy in not a good way.
Yeah, that was something that really, I think, plagued North Ridgeville in last night's loss to Avon. Those turnovers piled up on Ben Chase's team in a hurry. As Liam Gorin now on the attack for Keystone. Gorin spinning, laying it in, counted, and the foul. Nice take there by Liam Gorin to lay it up and in. As Ryder Ingold picks up the personal, his third team foul. Now Liam Gorin he's up to 4 points now, I should say, looking for 5 here now at the free throw line. Colt Cowling will grab a breather. Brendan Hagerman comes in to spell him.
Boy, and that's pretty good coaching by Jeff Holzhauer over there in terms of getting Cowling out of there right now. They've got the lead. They're looking to extend that, and they do. Not that I don't think Cowling's on the seat for the rest of the 3:34 here, but he was able to at least buy him a possession, maybe 2, and figure out the next move.
Right, save him from maybe picking up that third foul on defense here, get him a breather as well. 3.5 left to play here in this first half. 20-17 is the Keystone advantage. Spinning inside and getting fouled is Cole Gosser on the nice post move, and that one will go against Bobby Gurich. As Gurich picks up his second team foul as well. And Cole Gosser, who had 7 points in that first quarter without a bucket here in the second. Chance to break that here at the free throw line, and he does, making that first free throw. In comes Colt Cowling. He'll replace Hagerman. One more free throw coming here for Cole Gosser. That one's no good. Left that one well short. Gurich able to secure the defensive rebound for Keystone. 3:20 left in the second quarter. 2-point lead for the Wildcats. And the winner here is on to Saturday's district final at Firestone. Awaiting the winner on the other side of the bracket. Canfield South Range and Chagrin Falls. Ty Holzhauer for 3. It's pure. Big 3-point shot there for Ty Holzhauer. His first field goal of the ball game. Keystone pushes their lead to 5. Bezanson thought about a 3-ball of his own. Instead, hands it off to Bradley Lands. Lands driving, got cut off. He'll try to go over top anyway. Missed it. Gosser there for the rebound. His stick back was no good. Loose ball eventually taken away by Liam Gorin and the Wildcats. Now Holzhauer looks to push in transition. Norwayne gets back in a hurry defensively. They'll settle back into their man-to-man. Gorin with the basketball here, spinning inside. Ooh, maybe got away with a carry there. Instead, he'll try a little turnaround 10-footer. It's good. And that's what makes him so tough to stop there, Jared, is there's just really nobody on this Norwayne team that can elevate the same way that Gorin can to really contest that. It's just a matter of whether he's making or missing it. Gosser inside, kicks it to Austin Gosser, right back to Cole, who thought about that 3, takes it inside, a little 1-2 step, reverse layup, good. Nice take there by Cole Gosser. Everybody in purple wanted the travel call. I don't think it was. I think that was a clean 2 steps there by Cole Gosser.
Good move to the bucket, power move, and, sometimes you got to get tough.
And that might have been a flop there. Ty Holzhauer maybe trying to draw the foul call. He won't get it. 5-point game. Just because those 2 steps are slow, it doesn't mean that there were additional steps. As Cowling launches for 3, that one no good. Fedor tried to keep the possession alive, but it's Austin Gosser coming away with the defensive rebound for Norwayne.
Keystone with just the 1-3 ball here. I think they feel they have to get their shooters going.
And look at that take, Austin Gosser. And is that Bobby Gurich who picks up the foul? No, they're going to say it's Emery Fedor, so that'll be his first. And Austin Gosser, a chance for one more here at the free throw line. That was his first field goal of the night. And a chance to add to his total here. Norwayne back within 3.
3 team fouls apiece, final minute and 38. Don't know if that'll become a problem or not.
Gosser's free throw is no good. Loose ball off of who? It's off of Fedor. It'll stay Norwayne basketball. And Jeff Holzhauer irate with his guys right now. And they're just, quite frankly, Jared, they're not doing a good enough job on the offensive or defensive glass, I don't think.
I think he needs them to be more engaged, and that's the message right there. Is he knows what they're capable of, and that's not been the question.
Jackson Gosser for the tie, laces it. Jackson Gosser, 5 points this quarter, 9 in the ball game, and we're tied up again at 25. Boy, just when you think Keystone has a chance to maybe push that lead and really get some momentum, Norwayne answers right back in their own right. It's a credit to Brian West and the program that he's established for a long time there in Cruston. These guys know how to play. They know how to take a metaphorical punch, and they know how to answer.
Heck of a pedigree, and they can go on the road, and their brand travels.
Their fans certainly do as well. We are in a sea of red over here. Ty Holzhauer launches for three, airballed it as he mutters to himself on the way back. As Keystone again kind of feeling a little disjointed offensively. Brendan Hagerman checks back in. He'll replace Colt Cowling.
I mean, I got to tell you, years ago, we would hear about Wayne County schools. We'd see them. Our schools would run into them from time to time. It was Dan Gundert when he was the coach of the Wellington Dukes that said, you want to get better, you go play Wayne County basketball. You schedule them non-conference. You find ways to make it work, a home and home. He's like, these guys are good coaches. They have the same kind of values that we have. He's like, They are good matchups for our kids to get better.
Tough blue-collar communities. That's what these two sides are all about, and it certainly translates to their respective athletic programs. As Cole Gosser thought about launching that three. I know I should have done some research on the Norwayne football team. No idea really how good or bad they are. I was doing some digging on Canfield. We'll talk to Coach Babix about that at the half. Canfield, I couldn't find a sport they weren't good at, Jared. My goodness. Cole Gosser with the basketball here. Bryce Bezanson with it now. Devin Thigpen Walker, by the way, into the ball game for the very first time tonight for Keystone, the freshman, number 13 off the bench. As head coach Jeff Holzhauer just looking for some kind of answer right now. We're down to 13 seconds all of a sudden in this first half. That take inside, no good for Norwayne. Thigpen Walker comes away with the rebound. Gorin with the basketball, 5 seconds to go as he crosses half court. And he was fouled spinning through traffic, and it's on the floor. So with 4.5 seconds left, Keystone will have to inbound it as Jackson Gosser for Norwayne picks up his first personal. Colt Cowling returns.
Jeff Holzhauer getting his shooters back in the ball game, 4.5 left.
Yep.
There's a little bit more than just catch and shoot here, but it's not much.
Norwayne head coach Brian West irate with the officials as Bryce West checks back in for defensive purposes here for Norwayne. He'll replace Austin Gosser. As Gorin, Cowling, Holzhauer, the three shooters, as you said, Jared, in for Keystone right now. 4.5 left to go. Gurich will get it in, and he threw it into a double team. Not sure about that one. Full court pass up ahead to Cole Gosser, and he throws it off Ty Holzhauer. But the halftime buzzer sounds. And hold on to your seats, everybody. Catch your breath. We are going to have a dandy of a final 16 minutes left in this one. As we have played 16 minutes, neither side able to create an advantage here at the break. It's 25-all between Keystone and Norwayne here in this Division V District Semifinal. We'll be right back with the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show after this break.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there.
Back here in LaGrange, it's a 25-25 ball game here in this Division V District Semifinal between Keystone and Norwayne. Head coach of the Brookside Cardinals, Larry Babix, is in the house amongst a number of prestigious coaches down there. It's a who's who of coaching down there on the baseline. So, Coach, first and foremost, congratulations. Huge win for you guys the other night. You guys have Canfield, I believe, on Saturday, right, for the district championship game. So I definitely want to get to that. But starting with this one here tonight, I mean, 16 minutes, decided absolutely nothing as we're tied here at 25. Each side had a lead at one point. Each side able to respond to that, though. What are you seeing out here in these first 16 minutes of play?
Two teams that really get after you. I mean, they're both, cut from the same cloth. Great defense. Norwayne spreads it out a little bit more as far as the scoring, and obviously, Colt and Liam do a lot of the lifting for Keystone. But, it's what we all expected. That's why there's a lot of people here. Just, we knew it was going to be a good game. It's so far it's lived up to it. Physical, but clean. It's probably going to be one of those just going down to the wire, and it's tournament basketball, and it's, you're in a district game, and with Norwayne's track record of their success in the tournament the past few years, and obviously the seasons that Keystone's been stacking up, it's been pretty cool.
So Jared, was wanting me to ask you just about this whole Wayne County Athletic League, and our listeners probably pretty familiar with a lot of those teams at this point. There's some good athletics. Forget just good basketball. There's some darn good athletics that come out of that Wayne County Athletic League, and I think you're somebody that's very familiar with that. You run into some teams out there as well. But what is it about those teams that just make them so tough to play? They
just compete. They compete hard in all their sports. They're physically strong kids. They're well coached down there. They're a little bit more set-based down there for basketball. I think we let them play a little bit more free up here. But, again, they run their stuff extremely well. They shoot it well. They're always going to defend down there. And that's why a lot of us like going down there to play them, at least scrimmaging. I'm not always a fan of the refs that we get down there in Wayne County. So I'm not afraid to say that. I don't care. I love my Lorain County refs.
There you go. Have you had some run-ins with Brian over the years?
Oh, yeah. We scrimmage, played when we were at Columbia a ton. He when I got the boys' job out at Columbia, he's one of the first guys I talked to, and we've had that relationship for 15, 16 years, and Brian's a phenomenal coach. I mean, no matter what his talent level is, and he'll cry the blues and say they're down a little bit this year, but you see what they're doing. Yeah. You'll see what they're doing with one of the best teams in our area. So he can coach his butt off. He's a great coach, and that's a great program.
So let's talk about your Cardinals a little bit. Huge win for you guys the other night over Orrville. We talked about that on the wrap-up show a little bit. Kind of one of those dangerous environments. They get rowdy in there. They pack it up, as I'm sure they did. How are you guys able to get that one done the other night?
Honestly, we finally, I think, won a game with our defense. I mean, we zoned. We're not a zone team. We thought they had some, pretty good quick guards. Their big guys score. You can't guard them one-on-one, so we just kind of want to pack it in, make them shoot. I think they shot like 3 of 23 from threes. We did just enough, to pull it out. Took care of the ball when we needed to. Made some big shots, got some big stops, but again, it's not easy. You go an hour and a half on a bus, and very hostile environment. There's fans getting ejected. It's what you get when you go down there. And our kids were prepared, and they're excited for the opportunity to play Canfield now on Saturday.
Are there a couple of heave-hoes in the crowd for you guys?
Oh yeah. I think they heaved like 6 of ours, none of theirs. But you got Orrville. Orrville's police were doing the best they could, but. You kind of walk in and you see 4 or 5 police officers at a game. You're like, this ain't normal. They're used to some trouble. So, like ours, we don't even have cops. So until someone does something dumb. So, yeah, it was entertaining last few minutes. Our kids kept their composure, and if I'm the one trying to calm fans down, there's a problem. Right. So I'm trying to get my people just to calm down, cheer for us, and they did a great job. They always support us and traveled out there to support our kids and in our program. So it was a fun atmosphere last night.
Well, so a much shorter bus ride for you guys this time on Saturday. A 3:30 start against Canfield over at North Ridgeville in the Athletic Center over there. I would assume that you're going to need some more of that defense on Saturday to combat those guys. Yeah,
because they're really good, man. I mean, they defend really well, but I mean they got some guys that can slash and shoot it. They're number one for a reason. They're no joke. And they got good tournament experience. So we're going to have our hands full, but we wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, you're not getting, unless you're a Lutheran East type of team, you're not getting an easy district final. You know what I mean? We're excited. We're glad. We look at it as like another home game. It was our first game there. We played there this year. We're familiar with the court, and it's great. We'll be able to have a lot of fans. They draw no matter how far they're coming from. So it'll be a great environment Saturday, something our kids really, really need. And I think, like we've talked all year on the wrap-up show, playing the teams we played in the SWC, Fairview. I mean, this is what prepares you for these type of teams.
So that makes me think that your kids maybe don't need a whole lot of talking to in terms of trying to get in that right mindset. It's a lot of nerves. I mean, first chance for a district title, first time in a long time it would be for that program of yours over there. So I imagine there would be some nerves from your guys, but you guys beef up that non-conference. We know all about that. That's nothing they haven't seen before, I wouldn't think, on Saturday.
Yeah, and my guys are goofy, man. They just go play. Like, they don't care scrimmage thing. They weren't even last night. I think we're more nervous as coaches, and I've been doing it for 31 years, but they're, again, not having seniors, and sometimes it's not a bad thing because my group's not real mature, you know what I mean? So, like, they just played. Like, it is what it is. They're not, like, overwhelmed that they're, oh, my gosh, we're in the district, final. They're just going to go play basketball, and honestly, they're going to have to play well. We're going to have to coach well to give ourselves a shot, but we have a shot, so that's what we're really excited about.
Well, and it's not like you guys have gotten wins over nobodies in this tournament. I mean, who'd you guys have in the opener?
We had Perry, 13 seed,
right, yeah.
and then Orville last night, the 6th seed. We're the 8th seed.
Yeah,
and
tough opponents.
Yeah, and I think we looked on our schedule, and I think 9 of our, because obviously some of them that you play twice, have a chance to be in the district final, 9 of our 22 game schedule. So, with Oberlin going, depending what happens here with Keystone, there's a lot of teams we play that are in the district finals, and, we're proud of that. We're obviously proud of the success our league's had. It's been a good little run here for like the last week and a half.
Well, let me follow up last one before I let you go enjoy this second half. You mentioned it. Lorain County League has been very successful in this postseason so far. The former school you used to coach at Columbia, they had a nail-biter of a double overtime loss that they probably should have won the other night. Oberlin's playing some fantastic ball. They got a chance for a district title. You guys, of course, as well. Keystone here tonight. This is a league, and I think Jeff said it in the paper, a lot of people tend to overlook it. They'll look at that SWC, and that's no knock on those schools at all, but there's some darn good basketball that gets played in the Lorain County League, isn't there?
Yeah, no doubt. And don't forget, we got Black River playing
that's right.
tonight as well. So they got a tough one on the road against a very good Manchester team. So, yeah, we're excited. Our league's young. They're all coming back. Again, when we talk, it doesn't mean they're all going to be good, but if they're all coming back, they got a chance to have a lot more success even next year. So
Good deal. Well, Coach, thank you very much for stopping
Thanks for having me, guys.
Good luck to you guys on Saturday.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. That's Larry Babbitt, head coach of the Brookside Cardinals. His guys taking on Canfield on Saturday for a Division IV district championship game, as that should certainly be an interesting one. Why don't we sneak in one quick timeout here with about 30 seconds left in the half. This has been our Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. We're back with second half action right after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Once again, a big thanks to Brookside Cardinal head boys basketball coach Larry Babbitt sharing some time with us, sporting that patented gray hoodie that he dons so well on the sidelines, at other teams' games, or wherever. Find Coach Babbitt in that hooded sweatshirt, and you know he means business. So here we go, second half, all tied at 25. And I think he hit the nail on the head. This is a game that I could certainly see going down to the final possession, and who just has it last may be what it is. As Ryder Ingold starts this second half with an easy layup inside for Norwayne. They're back up 2.
This is a Larry Babbitt's type of game right now, and he's rooting for Lorain County, but there's a lot of respect on the other end.
Colt Cowling launches and splashes home for 3. Much needed 3-ball there for Colt Cowling. His first perimeter shot to go down of the night. And Keystone back up 28-27 for Ingold for Norway. That was his first field goal of the night. That last trip down for the Bobcats. As what do we got here? Contact on the baseline and a block going against Ty Holzhauer as he smacks the floor in frustration. So Ty will pick up foul number 2.
As we mentioned in the first half, they called this one pretty tight. So I think some of the adjustments made at the intermission had to be both coaching staff saying, you've seen it, you know what they're going to do. Now it's up to you to adjust to them.
Yeah, Colt Cowling playing much of that second quarter with those 2 personal fouls. There's a lot of guys with 2 right now. Nobody with 3 on either side, but there's a nice drive and take by Jackson Gosser inside for 2. He had a nice first half with 9 points. Younger brother Cole Gosser had 10 to pace the Bobcats as Gorin tries his luck for 3. That one no good. Rebound Colt Cowling. They're clawing at it and they take it from him. Nice hands inside there by the Bobcat defense. Gosser pushing up ahead now to Austin. He'll get it right back to Jackson. Back up top now to Ryder Ingold as Liam Gorin comes out to greet him. Norwayne up a point, 29-28, 6:40 left to play in this third quarter. Nice cut inside and a lefty finish there by Austin Gosser. That's great ball movement, great offensive basketball there, Jared, for the Norwayne Bobcats.
And it just seems like they've had these first 3 possessions here in the third quarter.
Cowling launches for 3. Oh, it went everywhere but down as Hagerman tried to save it from going out of bounds. He can't do it, and it goes right back to Norwayne. Colt Cowling, I know he hit 1 3 already here this quarter, but it just has not been there consistently for him from the outside here tonight, Jared.
Now, and some of that's frustration now. You know, you're a top-tier player, and it's not dropping for you. You got to come up with something else to get going.
Ryder Ingold with it now, swings it right side to Cole Gosser. Cole maybe got away with a walk there. He finds a wide open Gosser for 3, and Austin splashes that one home. Norwayne, a real strong start to this third quarter. They lead by 6, just like that. Liam Gorin looking to get himself going here. Swings it to Bobby Gurridge. Gurridge to Colt Cowling now as Jackson Gosser comes out to greet him. Cowling stops and pops from the free throw line. No. And they say Gosser got him on the way up. It'll be 2 more free throws for Colt Cowling. And for Jackson Gosser, his 3rd personal.
Boy, 7 quick, or I'm sorry, more than, what was it? No, 9 quick
2,
points.
4, 6, 9.
9 to just
9
get going here.
right
and
now.
just, geez. And it was a flurry in a minute and a half, what felt like out there for Norwayne. No wasted possessions right now for the Bobcats.
Cowling good on that first free throw. Well, again, I hate to keep referencing last night over at Avon, but that's how the Eagles started that third quarter. Remember, Brooks Good popped off for 10 points in that quarter. He only had 11 in the game, but 10 of those came in like the first 2 minutes of that third quarter, and that really decided the ball game for Mike Fitch's Eagles. And so if you're Keystone right now, you got to try to take this punch from Norwayne and answer back. Colt Cowling helping his own cause there with 2 free throws. Keystone back within 4.
Thought it was pretty funny. Mike Fitch criticized me earlier in this ball game about my attendance at a couple of mandatory meetings lately, and just said, I said I'm a busy guy. I'm working 3 nights this week, and he said it wasn't good enough. He said that's not going to get you anywhere.
That's a varsity ball coach right there. You're not going to win too many arguments against him, and that's a beautiful take by Cole Gosser. I'll tell you what, that's a freshman, Jared, taking it right into the chest of a couple of Keystone defenders. No fear from that young man here tonight. Keystone down by 6 once again. Just over 5 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Colt Cowling looking to pick himself up a little bit right now. Bobby Gurridge tries a little left-handed push shot. That one no good. A rebound secured by Norwayne. Now they got numbers in transition if they want them. Austin Gosser with Bobby Gurridge. Nice little Euro step inside. Lost it though. Good hands by Gorin. And now a foul will send us the other way as Gorin went spilling down to the deck, and that one will go against Matthew Troop, beg your pardon there. Matthew Troop picking up his 3rd personal, just the 2nd team foul here on Norwayne. Bradley Lands checks back in for Norwayne. He will spell Troop.
For Keystone, I think that, it's only 6, but don't look to get it all back now. Don't force up threes trying to chase that. Do what you need to do.
And that one went off a leg, I think, of one of the Bobcats, so out of bounds. It'll stay with Keystone. No kickball violation on that one. 4:42 left to play here in this third quarter. You're right. I think if you're Keystone, you can't get this all back in one swing. Obviously, there's no 6-point play in basketball, but it's also one of those situations, Jared, where you don't want to find yourself down double digits, I don't think, at any point against this ball club.
You can't have bad possessions on top of bad possessions.
Correct. Colt Cowling with it. Oh, Bobby Gurridge, he's hopping around inside. He's wide open. They finally find him, and then he blew the layup. Oh, man, he was maybe too wide open. And then what? Is it a jump ball? It is. Possession arrow will keep it with Keystone. But, boy, how did that not go down for Bobby Gurridge? Again, it might have been one of those J.R. Smith situations. He was just too
wide open. Yeah, and I think when you're calling for it, jumping up and down like that, maybe you don't get set right away thinking, you want to catch that pass in motion.
Gurridge gets it into Cowling. Cowling taking it against Ryder Ingold, and he draws the foul. And it'll be 2 more free throws here for Colt Cowling as Ingold picks up personal foul number 3, 3rd team foul as well on the Bobcats.
Yeah, and this is starting to get a little bit of frustrating, I think, for both benches and head coaches in terms of just what they can and can't get away with here. And you see Coach West having a word with one of our officials down there, chewing pretty hard. I'm sure it's all diplomatic.
Well, and you coach varsity basketball for 19 years, 21 total years of coaching, probably more than that for Coach Brian West. You get a little bit of a leash. I think Jeff would get kind of a similar leash on this end as well, as Cowling good on both of those free throws. Hey, as long as there's no profanities, everything's respectful, you're usually A-okay talking to the officials. They don't mind. As it's a 4-point game once again, just over 4 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Rocco Nushi, Jared Kozar here with you. Nick Hershey, our cameraman on site here in LaGrange as well. Division V District Semifinal. The winner on to Saturday at Firestone to take on either Canfield South Range or Chagrin Falls. Nice little Euro step by Cole Gosser. He couldn't finish, so a couple of blown layups here for both sides. Gorin launches for three. That one no good. Fedor there for the rebound. Cowling inside. He went falling down and still laid it in somehow, some way. Wow. That's good concentration there by Colt Cowling just to get that one up at the rim, let alone put it in, Jared. Keystone just like that. They're back within 2. 3.5 left to play here in this third quarter. Ingold with the basketball. Swings it right side, now to Bradley Lands, then right back into the hands of Ingold. Hagerman bothering him. Gosser inside to Lands. Little turnaround on top of Cowling. No good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Keystone. As boy, Hagerman, I think he came crashing in too hot for that rebound, Jared. I think Cowling might have had a chance to just grab that.
Could have been, yeah. And I think Jeff Holzhauer sort of head in hand saying, what are we doing out there as far as communication?
There's got to be some frustration on his part right now. This has not been his team's best played game by any stretch of the imagination. They're only down 2, though, to a very, very good Norwayne program. Again, Brian West, their head coach, he was honest this week when we talked on the phone. Kind of a down year for them. A lot of injuries to some of their key guys. Brendan Hall at 6'5". He broke his foot several weeks ago, so he's done for the season, obviously. That's a big loss for them, and now what a foul goes against Keystone. Is that Fedor? It is, as Emery picks up his second personal. It's a young team for Norwayne. There are some seniors on the roster, but in terms of the critical contributors, and I guess I shouldn't even say that. Austin Gosser, he's a senior, but a lot of their top guys are coming back next season. Same could be said for Keystone, so this could very well be a district matchup next year as well, my friend. Cole Gosser with the basketball. 12 points on the night for him thus far. Gets to Bradley Lands, met by Emery Fedor, who had just picked up that personal foul. Lands being hounded, and then he just lofted out of bounds. That'll get him a round of applause from Keystone head coach Jeff Holzhauer. These guys playing some defense.
Emery Fedor giving them the effort they're accustomed to out there. You mentioned this could be a sign of things to come, and I don't think anybody would be surprised given the roster makeups.
Colt Cowling has all 9 points here this quarter right now for Keystone. It really feels like somebody may have to help him out unless he's able to go berserk here and really take this ball game over. And he tried right there, nearly banked that one in. Oh, and then he commits a foul, and for Colt Cowling, that'll be number 3. So that's why him not picking up a cheap third in the first half was so critical, because if he did, that would be number 4, and he'd really be in some trouble here the rest of the way. Instead, just his third, each side with 3 team fouls as well.
In an interesting exchange there between coach and player, Jeff Holzhauer gave him a look as if to say, you've got to make eye contact with me and tell me you're good the rest of this quarter.
Yeah.
And he did, and he said, all right, well, you got the leash.
2 fantastic coaches, I'll tell you what, with Brian West and Jeff Holzhauer, 2 guys that know how to run a program. We've said this about a couple of our matchups here this tournament on WEOL, Jared. Kind of a shame that this one has to happen in the district round. Could very easily be one of those regional semi-type games. Cole Gosser, again, unable to finish inside. He's had some really nice takes and some great looks at the rim. Just hasn't been able to convert here for the most part in this third quarter. 12 points still, though, for him. Gorin, the Euro step around the defender is good. That move, I tell you what, has really taken over modern basketball in terms of attacking and getting around defenders without leaning into the contact. Gorin, a beautiful Euro step there. We're tied at 36.
Different sport, but Liam Gorin has Miles Garrett-type bendability.
There you go,
He
yeah,
really does.
Like
I mean, just in terms of ways that he can maneuver in that painted area, and it's almost like a fadeaway layup if there was such a thing.
Wasn't it Miles Garrett that kind of did the crossover series of basketball moves during a game? I remember seeing that highlight. As Devin Thigpen-Walker checks in, it was Bobby Gurich who picked up that foul. As Lands catches it on the inbound, inside here to Austin Gosser. He'll swing it around the horn now to Bryce Bazanson, and he traveled before he took off with the basketball, or I should say before he put the ball on the deck. And that turnover gives it back to Keystone. Colt Cowling returns. Thigpen-Walker, just as soon as he checked in, he checks back out.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to do that the remaining minute
Offense
37 if they're able to do
yeah.
that. And Jeff Holzhauer right now telling his guys, we got to make this one count.
Yeah, big final 90 seconds here of this third quarter, Jared. Again, nothing has been decided. We're tied at 36. So this ball game and the momentum in it very much hanging in the balance right now. As Bobby Gurich, oh, nice spin move inside. Count the bucket and the harm. Bobby Gurich heading to the charity stripe for one more as Austin Gosser got him on the way up.
I think Bobby Gurich getting a laugh with his coach about making up for the one that he missed earlier.
Yeah.
That now he's got a chance to do that and then more at the line here.
You owed me that one, young man, says head coach Jeff Holzhauer. As here comes Thigpen Walker right back in to replace Colt Cowling. As Austin Gosser takes a seat for Norwayne. It'll be Bryce West checking back in for the Bobcats.
I would say the ledger is long but forgiving for Coach Holzhauer in terms of what these guys owe him.
I like that. Gurich good on the free throw. He's got 9 in the contest, and it's a 3-point lead for Keystone. $1:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Cole Gosser with the basketball. Bobby Gurich on him. Cole taking it inside. Another slow 1-2 step, and that's good. That's great body control by Cole Gosser. That whole Keystone student section, they're begging for a travel call, but it's just a slow 2 steps. That's all it is. It's great body control by Cole Gosser. Liam Gorin with he blew right by Ryder Ingold and laid it in for 2. That's a great take by Liam Gorin. And a much-needed one for him, Jared. Just 11 points for Liam Gorin. About as quiet of an 11 points as I think you could have if you're Liam.
They say a lot of guys get 11. That's a pretty good evening.
Cole Gosser inside, swings it now to Bryce Bezanson. Bezanson with it right back to Cole, and a foul on the floor. Hagerman was grabbing Ingold on the backdoor cut.
That's 5.
And that's free throws now for Norwayne.
That's the penalty situation here. Again, just 39.4 left, but you never want to get to that in a situation where you're playing really good defense these past few possessions.
Well, that was something that bit North Ridgeville a couple of times last night. They were fouling some of those Avon Eagles out near the volleyball line, it seemed.
Boy, and we've talked to Ben Chase numerous occasions. That one's going to be tough for him to live with for a while.
Ingold missing that first free throw. Colt Cowling re-enters. He'll replace Thigpen Walker. One more free throw coming here for Ingold. 39.4 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Keystone leading by 3 as we get a late substitution here for Norwayne. And they'll get it here after the made free throw. It'll be Brendan Bezanson, the senior, in. He'll replace Bryce West. So Ingold splitting the pair there at the line. And it's a 2-point game with 32 seconds left to play here in the third. Gorin with the basketball, met by Bryce Bezanson. Keystone, in all likelihood, will opt for the final shot here as Gurich will hold it out near that volleyball line. Nobody from Norwayne out to contest him, so Keystone will get the final look here in this third quarter. One of those things, though, Jared, you don't want to go too slow to where you kind of get yourself out of rhythm. You still want to get a decent look. Gorin with it now, works off that Gurich screen, and that's what I'm talking about. He threw it away. He threw it right to Cole Gosser. Hagerman trying to hawk him down. Gosser, layup, yes, and the foul. In a nightmare situation there, Jared, for Keystone, as Gorin just threw it right to Cole Gosser. He saw Gurich late on the roll off of the screen, and then Hagerman commits the foul on Gosser. It's one of those where if you're going to get him, you got to get him to where he's not going to make that layup. And now Gosser will not make the free throw, as that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Well, we were tied at the half. We're tied after 3. What does this fourth quarter have in store? Find out after this timeout. Again, Keystone 41, Norwayne 41. We're back with the fourth quarter after this.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Back here in LaGrange, we are all tied at 41 between Keystone and Creston Norwayne here in this Division V District Semifinal. What a basketball game this has been here tonight, my friend. Back and forth we've gone. Just as soon as you think one team has the momentum on their side, the other takes it right back. And Cole Gosser, he has really stolen the show here tonight. 16 points for the freshman right now to lead the way. Him and Colt Cowling each with 16 apiece for the two sides. So you got a sophomore and a freshman battling here in a varsity district semifinal. Not too often you see that, but that's what has been bestowed upon us here tonight. 8 minutes to decide a winner in this one, Norwayne basketball to start the quarter. Norwayne last season lost in the regional semis to Lutheran East as Keystone gets the steal and the turnover here. Emery Fedor is going to want to give that up to a guard. He finds Gurich, and then Gurich lost it, and guess who? It's Cole Gosser. He's playing the offense. He's playing some darn good defense here tonight as well. Austin Gosser thought about a three, thought about it again on the reload instead. Pulls it down and swings it around to Ryder Ingold. Ingold taking it against Ty Holzhauer. Nice pass to the cutting baseline man. He missed the first one, and then he misses both. How about a third try inside? That one good for Matthew Troop. Boy, Matthew Troop, about 3 of the easiest looks you're going to have in a varsity game. He finally got one to go. Ty Holzhauer for the lead. That one's cash.
He's come up with a couple of big threes when his team has really needed him tonight, and maybe none bigger than that one with 6:45 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, big time shot there from Ty Holzhauer. Ingold went sprawling down to the deck. Holzhauer standing over him. A lot of contact there. Head coach Brian West adamant something happened there, and now what? It is a 3-second violation on Ryder Ingold. Wow, so Ryder Ingold and Ty Holzhauer came together, Jared. Ingold hit the floor. He was slow to get up, so slow, in fact, that he got a 3-second called on him. And head coach Brian West, he's got to be careful here that he doesn't pick up a technical.
It's tough to blame him, though. I understand what he's talking about right now. You've got player safety at stake out there.
Boy, oh boy.
I don't know that he's even upset about the 3 seconds as much as what went on afterwards.
Yeah, it was Ty who really kind of got into the body of Ingold, who was still on the floor. And not for me to say if there was anything malicious in there.
I don't think there was.
It's just postseason ball. But man, yeah, there was a lot there, no question. Cowling to a cutting Fedor. Back to Ty Holzhauer. He hit one. Can't hit another though. Rebound to Cole Gosser. Cole looking to push. No numbers in transition for Norwayne, so Cole will wisely wheel this one back out. Now he'll reattack. Holzhauer, it's an offensive foul call as Cole Gosser leaned right into him. I don't think Holzhauer was set, but maybe the official saying that Cole was out of control on the drive there. That's all I could come up with. Because there's no way you could say Ty Holzhauer was set, but an offensive foul call nonetheless, as Gosser will pick up his first personal.
I think Coach West is just really saying, hey, guys, we're going to have to figure something out because we're not going to get a whole lot of calls here right now the way this is going. You can see that, and we can accept that and start getting that hard hat and lunch pail out.
Boy, I mean, that's about as tough of a 2 sequences as you're going to get. Brian West, better coach than I, Jared, I think he has a right to be animated over there.
Yeah.
Hagerman with the basketball, gets it to Ty Holzhauer. Gosser out to greet him. Holzhauer in some trouble, and then the foul. And that one will go against Ryder Ingold. That'll be his 4th.
Yeah, I think he was just really was sort of, politicking for his guy out there in player safety.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do something. I don't think it was any ill will towards the player, meaning Holzhauer on Keystone. I think he was just, hey, somebody's got to get control of this and stop it.
I agree. So a 1-point game, 5.5 left to play. What a ball game this has been here tonight in LaGrange. A district semifinal nonetheless. Not that district semis are notorious for being bad, but this is a good one here. And it's a 30-second timeout for Keystone as Jim Holzhauer asks for time. We'll step aside as well. Again, 5:18 left to play. It's Keystone 44, Norwayne 43 in this Division V District Semifinal. We're back after this.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Well, after the Keystone timeout, again, 5:18 left to play. Wildcats lead by 1, 44-43. I like that timeout there for Keystone, Jared. Just you could sense sort of a lack of composure overall in the gymnasium. Side in purple's getting into it. This side in red's getting into it. Head coach is getting into it. Officials trying to keep control of this ball game. So I think a good time out there for Jeff.
Agreed, and I think Jeff Holzhauer, just like you said, Rocco, some of this is about emotions right now. Get those under control. Let's just get realigned for these 30 seconds. Be clear about this possession.
Yeah, if you're a head coach in this one, there's time afterwards to be emotional about whichever way this one goes. Now would not be that time as Gorin gets fouled by Jackson Gosser, and that'll be 4 on Jackson. As that's, of his 4 fouls, I think 2 or 3 of those, Jared, have basically been that where he's come underneath a shooter. Right. And look at Kristen Bauer, photographer extraordinaire for the Chronicle Telegram, getting a game ball touch there. Nice pass to the official.
I'm always concerned with Kristen, and I tell her, I was like, you're going to get unloaded on in that spot right there. Now, she's not right underneath the bucket.
It's still a tough spot,
It's
though,
a tough spot, yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right in the thick of it.
I get nervous, and I explain to her that this is not a situation you want to put yourself in. Nope, nobody cares.
She sacrifices everything to get that perfect shot. Tremendous work she does for the CT as Gorin good on both of those free throws.
Quick hands.
Keystone leads by 3. There you go. Aran Tompatsenko. Fantastic photographers. Fantastic Formula One fans. That gets underway this weekend, Jared. So you can be annoyed by our conversations in the office about that soon enough.
Really looking forward to that.
Cole Gosser spinning inside, no good. Rebound, Colt Cowling. Look at him go in transition now. It's a 3-on-1. Cowling takes it himself high off the glass, no. As Cowling went spilling down towards Kristen Bauer over there, but Cowling has earned himself 2 more free throws here as Bradley Lands commits the foul, his first.
Yeah, she's waving to say, hey, it's okay. Again, we're talking about inches, not feet here that she's missing these by.
Yeah, no kidding. It'll be a Norwayne timeout at the full, so we'll step aside as well. 4:43 left to go. Free throws for Keystone on the other side. They lead Norwayne 46-43. We're right back after this.
The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there.
You can see her in the shot right there. There she is on the baseline. Kristen Bauer. Good work there, Nick Hershey. Although I don't think you've met Kristen before, have you, my friend? No, so he has no idea. But yeah, it's the lone photographer. Well, by herself, I should say. You got 2 other photographers down there as well. But 4:43 left to play here, Jared. 2 free throws for Colt Cowling, a 3-point lead for Keystone. This is one of those situations where you got to think, if you're Coach Holzhauer, a chance to get some momentum, get this ball game under your control, and advance to Saturday. But with this Norwayne team, the way they've played tonight, that is way easier said than done.
Well, like how you said, they get some momentum and try to get under control. You're not putting these guys away tonight. They're not going away with 4:43 left to play. So I think that's exactly the best outcome you can hope for right now, is to get a little bit of a lead, hope to protect that. But, they're coming the rest of the way out.
Second free throw from Cowling, no good, as he'll split the pair. 4:40 left to play. As Norwayne tries to get this back down to a 1-possession basketball game. Cole Gosser with it. Swings it over to Austin Gosser. To Lands. Now to a cutting Cole. Cole inside. He's been tremendous tonight. Lands launches for 3, and he got it! Boy, Lands, I don't think he had a field goal attempt prior to that, Jared. And he cashes that for 3. That is tough. To not have a field goal and then a big-time 3 in a situation like that, he made it. Wow.
Bobcats have hoisted 2 this half. They've made them both.
Wow, that is efficiency personified right there, my friend.
Part of that was that big start to the third quarter.
There you go.
They had a 3 lumped in there, and that might not be an omen of good things to come if they were able to do that for the Keystone Wildcats.
Yeah, it was Austin Gosser who hit it. And Lance hit one right there. Ty Holzhauer with it. He's got a 3 ball in his own right here for Keystone tonight. Gurich with it now in the corner. Gurich looking for somebody to come get it from him. Picked up his dribble, now finds Ty. He'll launch for 3 quickly, and he got it. Wow. Ty Holzhauer, he's got 9 points, all from beyond the arc. It's a 4-point lead here for Keystone. There's that patented Jeff Holzhauer jump right in front of us. There's a very good social media picture that floated around years ago of that.
Yeah, 43-inch vertical.
It's got to be in the vault somewhere.
You think Sonny Styles impressed at the Combine?
Norwayne with the basketball here. Cole Gosser looking to work himself inside on the baseline. He got cut off, finds Bazanson now in the corner. Bazanson charging center of the lane. He got fouled hard on the way up. Oh, they're going to say it's on the pass. Bazanson can't believe it. He thinks he was going toward the rim.
No, that's not a bucket.
And they're lining up for free throws. It's not. He's saying it's on the pass, and there's nobody in red that can believe that. And oh boy, Emery Fedor returns for Keystone, as does Jackson Gosser with those 4 fouls. Matthew Troop will take a seat, and Norwayne will have to inbound. Boy, Brian West, he is getting his money's worth chatting with these officials. That's one of those, oh, it's a warning on Brian West.
No. You know what? That's a good job by the officials. I know that they've done a few things that we haven't really agreed with here tonight, but that's a good job for the warning to say, hey, we've had all we can stand, so we can stand no more. We don't want to do it to you.
It's too big of a spot, I think, to hit him with a quick tee. But a fair warning, I think, assessed. Lands with it inside, and a foul on Cowling as he reached around the back of Austin Gosser. And for Cowling, that's number 4. So Colt Cowling, Jackson Gosser, Ryder Ingold, all with 4 fouls. Cowling, of course, for Keystone, Gosser, and Ingold for Norwayne. It's a 4-point game with 3:04 left on that fourth quarter clock. Lands has to get it in, finally does to Cole Gosser. And oh boy, that one almost went out of bounds, but Cole able to track that one down. And Cole Gosser has been tremendous tonight for Norwayne. He's got 16 points to pace the Bobcats. Does he have a couple of more field goals in him? Jackson Gosser with it now, looking for Bradley Lands. He gets it to him. They'll swing it around to Bazanson. Gosser cutting through. Jackson inside now with Bobby Gurich on him. Bazanson open corner pocket 3. No, off back iron. Rebound Jackson Gosser. As his stick back no good. A third attempt, it's good and 1. Jackson Gosser on the stick back. And Liam Gorin, the guilty party there. Just his first personal third team foul here on the Cats. You're right, Jerry. Norwayne, they're not going to go away tonight.
No, it was never in the cards for this to happen. And again, Larry Babbitt said it at the half. We're in for one heck of a finish. He wasn't wrong. That guy knows more than you and I put together, and then some. So, it was a good get to have him on at the half to explain just how this one might unfold, and I think he's been spot on.
So Jackson Gosser, one more free throw coming for him. Oh, he left it short, no good. A rebound, Emery Fedor nearly got tied up by Cole Gosser, and then Fedor threw it away. Boy, look at the defense there by Norwayne, applying the pressure on the rebound. And they force a big-time turnover. Austin Gosser returns for Norwayne. He'll replace Bryce Bazanson.
And just a handful of turnovers for Keystone in this ball game, but wow, right there, inopportune time.
Yeah. Well,
they can either take the lead or tie here, and that's just not what was in the cards for Jeff Holzhauer a minute ago.
Close game like this, every turnover seems like it's untimely. It just couldn't come at a worse time. That one may be there. Ingold for 3 in the lead. No, he airballed it short. Rebound, Gosser inside, and somehow his kick-out pass found its way to Ingold. Nice backdoor cut by Lands. Goring got a piece of it last second, so it'll stay Norwayne basketball as it went out of bounds. Substitution here for Keystone. It's Brendan Hagerman back into the basketball game. He'll replace Colt Cowling. And probably a necessary move, because that is an individual in Colt Cowling that Jeff Holzhauer cannot afford to lose with the rest of this fourth quarter and potentially overtime looming. Austin Gosser caught it in there, or Jackson Gosser rather, caught it in the corner. Jackson working his way inside. He got bumped, fouled, counted, and 1. Wow, Jackson Gosser springing to life here the last minute or so for Norwayne.
Chance to put his team ahead with just a little bit over 2 minutes left to go in this one. Team foul situation stacking up at 4 apiece. It is going to be pretty over this final 2:05. It's going to be a battle.
That's 4 on Hagerman, as Matthew Troop and Bryce Bazanson each return for Norwayne. They're out there with Austin and Cole Gosser, or Jackson Gosser, I'm sorry, and Cole Gosser. I feel like I've done okay on that front tonight, but boy, those aren't the only 3. Coach West kind of joked there is one big family tree out there in Norwayne, and about half of it is Gosser. As Jackson converts on the free throw, Norwayne leads just like that with 2 minutes and counting left to play in this basketball game. Huge, huge possession here for Keystone. Gurich with the basketball. Jeff Holzhauer barking out the instructions here for his Wildcats. They get it into Colt Cowling. Looking for Gorin on the backdoor cut, and that pass just never developed. An errant pass there. He threw it right into a defender. Ingold reverse layup is good. Ryder in goal for 2. Keystone's in some trouble now with 90 seconds left to go. They're down 3. Cowling inside. He got bumped on the drive. He wasn't shooting, but nonetheless, penalty situation, Jared, as you had alluded to, and it's 2 free throws here for Colt Cowling.
Penalty situation, minute and a half basically left to go in this one, minute 33. 3 timeouts left for each team. It's going to take a little bit more than 133 for this one to wrap up.
And that is 5 on Ryder in goal, as he'll get a nice half-standing ovation here from the crowd. Ryder in goal, just 5 points tonight for him, but all 5 have been crucial. As Hagerman gets set to return for Keystone, as does Bradley Lands. .93 seconds left to go. 3-point game. As Jackson Gosser also races over to head coach Brian West to take in some instruction here for defense. Cowling's first free throw up, no, off iron. Big pressure free throws here for Colt. Hagerman checks in for the Cats. Emery Fedor takes a seat.
Keystone was 6 of 8 in the first half from the line. They're 8 of 10 here in the second half, but that one was a tough one. Cowling will have to hit this.
Yep. Second free throw from Cowling is up. That one's good. And a timeout for Jeff Holzhauer. We'll step aside as well. 93 seconds left to go. Keystone trails Norwayne 53-51. We'll be back with the final minute and a half right after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
.93 seconds left to play here at Keystone. Rocco Nushi, Jared Kozar, Nick Hershey all on site for this one. What a ball game, gentlemen, we have been treated to here tonight. One of those where, as the cliche goes, a shame somebody's got to lose this one. Both teams, I think at times have looked like district finals teams. Now, at times, the turnovers have been there, and where they haven't looked like district finalist teams, but boy, what a game here tonight. Keystone needs a stop. They trail by 2. As Cole Gosser works against Bobby Gurich here, right near that volleyball line. Gosser keeping possession of that basketball, going right into Gurich. Gurich clapping it up defensively, not giving him anything. As Gurich now switches on to Austin Gosser. Cole comes to get it right back from him. Gurich on him. Now they send a double team at him, and a timeout by Norwayne head coach Brian West. It'll be a 30-second timeout as they are down to 2 each side now, down to 2 timeouts. We'll sneak in another break as well. 53-51, 69 seconds left to play in this one. We're back after this.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Minute 9 left to play here in LaGrange. Keystone trying to punch their ticket to Saturday's district final at Akron Firestone, where the winner here will take on either Canfield South Range or Chagrin Falls. As Keystone trails by 2. It's been Cole Gosser doing the damage right now for Norwayne. He's got 16 to pace the Bobcats as they look to close this one out here on the road in what would be a monster road victory for the Norwayne Bobcats. Cole Gosser with the basketball, being hounded by a couple of Wildcats here. He has to get rid of it. Now he does to Bradley Lands. Inside to Gosser, all alone underneath for 2. Austin Gosser makes this a 4-point game. Keystone in big trouble now. They're down 4, just 50 seconds left to go. They got to move. Gorin looking to drive baseline. Euro step inside. Layup's good. Good bucket there by Liam Gorin. Now can they get a stop? Austin Gosser able to break the full court pressure here. Gets it up to Bradley Lands. Lands in trouble here. Skips it to Austin Gosser. Now right back to Cole. Cole is fouled by Bobby Gurich, and it'll be free throws for Norwayne.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything at this juncture right now if you're Norwayne. You just have to be patient. Now they're going to go to the line, shoot. Where that has been a little bit of a mystery here in this contest. They were 1 of 5 in the first half, 2 of 5 in the second half. So gotta like your chances here. If you're Jeff Olshauer, send him to the line here, maybe split the pair.
Cole Gosser, what a night it's been for him. And this is a freshman at the line with 2 of the biggest free throws in his career, maybe the 2 biggest of his career thus far. And he was perfect on that first one. This one even bigger to make it a 2-possession game. Do you consider fouling if you're Norwayne if this one doesn't go in? Cole can make it a moot point, and he doesn't. He missed it. Cowling the rebound. Gorin racing it across the half-court stripe. His Wildcats down by 3. What does Keystone elect to do here? They find Hagerman. Hagerman with the basketball. Gets it to Gurich. We're down to 18 seconds. Gorin dribbling. Back to Hagerman in the corner. They got to get something up at the rim. Hagerman scoop layup is good with 12 seconds, and Olshauer calls time. So Hagerman, his first field goal of the night. What a time for it, Jared. As head coach Jeff Olshauer calls time. How are we doing on spots over there? Can we keep it here?
We need to take a quick break.
Let's take a quick one. 11 seconds left to go. 56-55 Norwayne. We're back after this.
It's Truck Month at Elyria Ford, and the deals are built Ford tough. Get huge factory rebates and even bigger discounts on every truck in stock. At Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Our good pal and Avon Lake assistant girls coach Mike Rush tuning in, telling me that Chagrin Falls has knocked off Canfield South Range 67-59. So the winner here, again, is on to Saturday's district final at Akron Firestone. It'll be a 3:30 tip between either Keystone or Norwayne and Chagrin Falls. Keystone needs something to break their way here, as it's a 1-point game after the layup from Brendan Hagerman. It'll be Norwayne basketball. They can run the baseline. They'll have to go the length of the floor. Well, again, they don't need to score here, theoretically.
It's a quick foul for Keystone at this point. I think it's pretty elementary. The way that Norwayne shot here in the second half, you like your chances and you get the ball back regardless, but you got to go quick. I don't think you even try to, unless you can steal this inbounds pass, you foul.
So Gosser, he swings it to Pazanson, who will sub in as the inbounder essentially. He gets it into Cole Gosser, and then Cole gets wrapped up by Hagerman, and it'll be 2 more free throws for the Bobcat freshman. As for Hagerman, I think that's 5, and he'll be done.
Importantly for Keystone, not the Hagerman loss and having to sit the rest of the game is not, but just 1 second ticked off the clock there.
That's big. Yeah, 10.9 still on that fourth quarter clock. So Cole Gosser with a 17-point performance thus far. 2 massive free throws here for the young man, and he has been impressive tonight, no question. The fact that a freshman has been able to deliver for a program like this, Jared, I mean, that's not unheard of, right? But again, I am just blown away with what he's been able to do here tonight.
I think the last name says it all.
First free throw, no good.
You got to be able to deliver if you have that last name.
Right.
Now, he didn't there, but he's got another redeemer here that still makes this one more than super interesting.
Well, and that's big because they don't run the risk, Keystone anyway, of being fouled to where they can't get up a 3-point attempt to tie. They can tie or take the lead regardless of what happens here. One more for Cole. That one no good. And they don't box out. They don't box out, and then it's a travel. Matthew Troop traveled as there was contact. Troop. Oh, it's a foul. It's a foul on Matthew Troop. Oh, they must have called that on the rebound, and we just couldn't hear the whistle through the eruption of the crowd, because I don't know how he could have fouled after he got the ball. They must say he pushed off to get that rebound, So Gorin now, 2 of the biggest free throws of his career. Liam's first is good. Man, oh man, what a turn of events. Brian West is asking for time, and he's going to get it. We are tied at 56, right?
Correct. They just haven't put it up there yet.
Right. So we are tied at 56. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. 9.8 left to go in this contest. Again, they don't got it on the scoreboard yet, but we are tied at 56 here at Keystone. We're right back after this.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had...
Oh, my gosh. Oh. Oh. Big thanks to our friends at Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. Appreciate them hopping on board. No worries, Jared. It's happened to all of us. 9.8 left to go. Liam Gorin, a chance to take the lead for his team with one more free throw coming. What a situation. Cole Gosser had a chance to push this to a 3-point lead for Norwayne. He missed both free throws. Matthew Troop had the offensive rebound, but they said he fouled on his way in doing so. And so Gorin, a chance to take the lead here. Free throw up, free throw good. Can the Wildcats get a stop? Just one timeout left for Norwayne. Jackson Gosser catches it on the inbound. He crosses the half-court stripe at 5. Jackson with 4. Jackson spinning with 3. Layup inside. Gosser for the win. He got it! Jackson Gosser, he wins it for Norwayne, or did Jeff get a timeout? Jackson Gosser hanging and floating, finishing at the rim. Jeff Holzhauer was signaling for timeout. Let's see, because I don't know how much time you're going to have. Norwayne coaching staff saying no way he got that timeout in time. Clock has double zeros, and I don't know how you're going to know if there's
the three officials are going to have to get. They're going to have to get together and figure this out.
Because were any of them looking at the clock when that went through, and did they, like, I don't know how you determine how much time.
I don't think Keystone's going to like the answer to this one.
So this ball game could be over. Norwayne, what a monumental win this would be for them. A huge bucket by Jackson Gosser. 0.9, they'll say. 0.9 left on the fourth quarter clock. One last chance for Keystone to save their season. And I don't know what Jeff has drawn up over there. Boy, oh boy, this would just be heartbreaking for the Wildcats, as they just needed one defensive stop. And Jackson Gosser might send the folks here in LaGrange home heartbroken. Let's see. Bobby Gurich will inbound it. He can run the length of the floor, but that's not going to do him much good. He's going to baseball this one. Gurich gets it into Cowling. He's got to turn and shoot half court for the win. No, and it's over. Norwayne has come to LaGrange and knocked off the Keystone Wildcats by a final score of 58-57. Heartbreak again for Jeff Holzhauer's Keystone Wildcats here at home in the district round. What a ball game here tonight. A huge congratulations goes to Brian West and the Norwayne Bobcats, a man that picked up career win number 300. And I'm sure there were some bigger ones, Jared, than tonight, but I don't know how many. That is a big time win for those Norwayne Bobcats after driving an hour and a half to get here.
Unbelievable in terms of what went on there in that final exchange. The last 12 seconds of this was just something else. And, an instant classic. It did not go the way of the LaGrange faithful and certainly Lorain County, but you can't help but be stunned by what you saw here this evening.
Boy, Jackson Gosser, the game-winning layup with, 0.9 they put back on the clock. As, boy, they don't come much better than that. And I know for the LaGrange faithful, or the LaGrange community, I should say, tuning in, that's not what you want to hear. But man, oh man, what a ball game this was here tonight. Norwayne upends Keystone. They'll head to Saturday's district final to take on the 2 seed in Chagrin Falls. And if you're Chagrin Falls right now, you're looking at this one thinking, that is a big-time Norwayne team coming in and looking to upset you. So wow, what a game here tonight. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll be back with our post-game show. Again, Norwayne, a winner over Keystone here tonight in LaGrange, 58-57. We're back with our final thoughts and stats after this.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, it's Auto Show Month, and we have amazing deals. Right now, get the 2026 GMC Sierra up to 20% off. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
What a ball game here in LaGrange tonight. And great shot there by Nick Hershey of the big, bold Wildcat Nation sign that hangs above the student section. But it's a Wildcat Nation that is heartbroken here tonight. Keystone falls at home to Norwayne in the district semis, 58-57, the final score. Again, congratulations to the Norwayne Bobcats and head coach Brian West. He's done this for a long time. He's had some big wins, and I know some of those have been bigger than this one here tonight. But again, I don't know how many, because that is a big-time win and a big-time finish. Jackson Gosser, the game-winning layup for Norwayne with .9 left to go, and he would finish with a game-high 18 points. Rocco Nucci, Jared Kozar, Nick Hershey, all here with you guys. As real quick, I do want to throw a shout-out to Alan Januzzi and the Troy DeFranco All-Star Night at Elyria High School that will take place later this month. Lots going on. Three-point contest, dunk contest. They will honor the Hall of Fame class, the 2 Rising Stars games. You'll have the all-county awards delivered, as well as Mr. Basketball with the championship game at 8 o'clock that night. So I didn't get a date from Alan on this one, so I don't want to give out the wrong date, and I know it's not on the graphic here. So
I think it's the 14th,
is that
maybe?
what it is? Okay,
yeah.
So make sure you do your due diligence on that. My apologies there. I told Alan Januzzi, yeah, I'll definitely plug this one tonight, and then I totally forgot to write down the day of it. So again, All-Star Night coming up, though. Troy DeFranco All-Star Night, I should say, coming up at Elyria High School later on this month. But again, a final here at Keystone. Norwayne a winner off the Jackson Gosser game-winning layup, 58-57, as we take a look at some of the individual scoring numbers on each side. We'll start with Keystone, and it was Liam Gorin and Colt Cowling doing the heavy lifting again. It just wasn't enough tonight, though, for those two. Gorin finishes with 17. Cowling finished with 16. Ty Holzhauer, Bobby Gurich with 9 apiece. Brendan Hagerman had 2 off the bench. Emery Fedor with 2, and I should say hats off and congratulations to Emery Fedor on a fantastic basketball career. You know, Jeff's always been adamant about Emery he's not going to steal the headlines. He's not going to steal the spotlight for this Keystone basketball team, but he's a young man that gives everything he has to this program here at Keystone, and he's somebody that I'm going to miss covering here on WEOL, no question about that. So hats off to Emery Fedor on a fantastic basketball career here at Keystone. For Norwayne, again, they win it. They're on to Saturday's district final at Akron Firestone, 3:30. They'll be taking on Chagrin Falls. Jackson Gosser, the game-winning layup and the high-scoring man tonight, 18 points for him. And how about younger brother Cole, the freshman, 17 points for Cole Gosser. Jared, he's one of those, I know it's cliche with freshmen. He didn't look like a freshman. He didn't play like a freshman. 17 points. I know he had a couple missed free throws for him at the end, but overall, huge night for Cole. They don't win this one without him.
You know, a lot of these younger guys from Norwayne carried themselves with a lot of poise, especially when you're talking about what's going on. Young guys for both teams tonight, but yeah, hats off to the Bobcats who are making the trip, taking care of business, and I think just, you know, sort of playing up to the standard of which they're accustomed.
Austin Gosser, their cousin, he finished with 9. And elsewhere in the starting lineup, you had Ryder Ingold, with 5. Matthew Troop, he would finish with 2. And off the bench, Bryce Bazanson had 4. Bradley Lands had 3. Each and every bucket that they had tonight, crucial for Norwayne's victory tonight here over the Keystone Wildcats. Elyria Catholic girls, they fall tonight to Laurel. What ended up being the final in that one again?
It was a 52-30 final.
52-30,
so
okay.
The EC girls season has come to a close, and it was a pretty tough tough road to hoe there with Laurel. They were a good ball club, defeated EC in a district final last year. And then, got them in the regional semi this year. But Eric Rothgary and company back to the regionals where they belong, and certainly a really successful campaign. He's got a fairly young team coming back as well,
Sure.
and a lot of talent.
We'll also say the other final tonight that we were interested in, aside from that Chagrin Falls game, Black River sees their season come to a close.
Yeah.
What a season it was for Coach Dack and his Pirates. They fall, though, to Powerhouse Akron Manchester, 73-42. So Lorain County League, unfortunately, taking some hits here tonight, but still a fantastic season all across the league. And there's still some teams in that LCH still alive. Brookside and Oberlin have district titles coming up on Saturday, so we'll certainly be excited to see what those guys can do moving forward. Jared, what do you have as far as team numbers are concerned?
Well, for Keystone, again, they see their season come to a close here in heartbreaking fashion this evening. The Wildcats were 16 of 37 from the field, 43% of the night, 17 of 21 at the line. They did a lot of work there, and that's what kept them in the ball game, allowed them to build a little bit of a lead in that second half, but nothing ever felt comfortable. So nice work there. 17 rebounds, 8 turnovers, 4 in each quarter, in each half. So pretty symmetrical there for the Wildcats. The three-point shooting came alive for them in that second half. They were 3 of 8 from downtown. Not exactly what they based it on, but just nothing really fell for them in that first half that they were able to build off of to get any sort of momentum. For Norwayne, congratulations to them. They will advance to that district final on Saturday evening against Chagrin Falls.
There you go.
It was 23 of 38 from the field, 61%. So
wow,
they took
61%.
They took some high percentage shots.
That'll play.
They drove the lane. They did some simple things, but it was 61% is how they finished. 4 of 14 at the line. That's going to be something that they work on before Saturday for sure. I think that's going to be a big point of emphasis.
Yeah.
Because they left some points at the charity stripe. 20 rebounds, out-rebounded Keystone by just a tad. 15 turnovers, but only 6 in the second half. So they ratcheted those down when they needed to, and when it really mattered, just an interesting close to this ball game here tonight. Doesn't go the Wildcats' way, but such is life.
Yes, that's a lot of growing lessons once again for those young men in the Keystone locker room. And again, everybody but Emery Fedor back next season. I'm sure after last year's loss to Trinity, they were kind of hoping they wouldn't have that lower seed come into town and upset them once again. But unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And that was the fate for Jeff Holzhauer's team here tonight. But a big thank you to everybody here tonight. Again, big thanks to everybody here at Keystone, as always, Athletic Director and Head Coach Jeff Holzhauer for having us, getting us roster, stats, starters, all that good stuff. Big thanks to Brian West, Head Coach for Norway, and again, congratulations to him and his guys. He was awesome. We had a nice phone call this week, just kind of shooting the breeze about this, that, and the other, kind of his long history. Again, 19 years he's been the head coach at Norway, 21 total years of coaching there. So he has certainly built a very, very nice, reputable program over there in Creston, no doubt about that. So big
really
thanks.
Good guy. I think that your conversation at the half with Larry Babbitt's told you everything you needed to know about the way this works.
No question. And, of course, big thanks, Jared, to you, Nick Hershey, as well, our cameraman, your guys' efforts here tonight, as we'll close by saying thank you to our sponsors one final time. Tonight's matchup between Keystone and Norwayne was brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner. Your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. The Duck, Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. They were our halftime sponsor. Convenient Sunoco, our pregame sponsor as well. Smitty's Place on East Bridge Street, across from the Elyria Post Office. Big shout out to Stephanie Forth over hopping on board with us here this evening, and our good friends over at Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. Our next broadcast, Jared, I think we can officially say Friday night. We will be at Medina, Olmsted Falls, taking on, and now I'm blanking on who they're it's Hudson, Olmsted Falls and Hudson, because both the boys and the girls, interesting enough, for Olmsted Falls are playing Hudson. That'll be a regional final for the Olmsted Falls girls under Jordan Eaton on Friday night, 7 o'clock tip. Ron Yance will have the call for you on that one. It'll be a Stream 1 audio only Friday night at Medina, so we'll let you know that right now. Stream only. Audio only, I should say. Stream 1 on WEOL.com. Friday night, Olmsted Falls girls taking on Hudson at Medina for a regional final. But until then, for Jared, for Nick Hershey, I am Rocco Nucci saying one final time. It's a final here at Keystone. Wildcats fall to the Bobcats of Norwayne, 58-57. Jackson Gosser, the game-winning layup for the Bobcats. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy tomorrow. We'll see you guys back here on Friday night for regional final girls basketball.